What to watch on final day of Milan Cortina Games, US-Canada Hockey Final, GU chases first gold. Milan, AP. The final day of the Milan Cortina Olympics ends with one of its most anticipated events, when the United States and Canada face off for the gold medal in men's hockey. Free skier Eileen GU is chasing her first gold of the 2026 Games, while there are also medals to be awarded in cross-country skiing, curling, and bobsled before the closing ceremony Sunday night. That starts at 8:30 p.m. local time, 19:30 GMT, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Copyright 2026 The Associated Press. All rights reserved. This material may not be published, broadcast, rewritten or redistributed without permission. What to watch on the final day of the Milan Cortina Games, USA-Canada Hockey Showdown and Eileen GU's Golden Chase. The final day of the Milan Cortina Winter Games doesn't whisper, it roars. After weeks of edge-of-your-seat finishes, frost-kissed triumphs, and heartbreak measured in hundredths of a second, it all comes down to one last surge of adrenaline. One last anthem. One last gold medal glow. And if there were ever a script written for drama, it's this. USA versus Canada for hockey gold. Eileen GU chasing her first Olympic gold in Milan. 2 storylines. 2 stages. 1 unforgettable finale. The rivalry that freezes time, USA versus Canada for hockey gold. When the United States and Canada meet in Olympic hockey, the world stops. It's not just a game. It's history led over ice. From miracle on ice echoes to overtime heartbreaks, from golden goals to shootout drama, this rivalry is sport at its most primal. Every pass feels heavier. Every hit sounds louder. Every goal swings momentum like a wrecking ball. On this final day, there are no second chances. No, we'll get them next time. Only 60 minutes, maybe more, to decide who leaves Milan Cortina immortal. Why this final feels different. Both teams have carved dominant paths to this moment. The US has dazzled with speed and creative puck movement. Canada has leaned into its trademark physicality and suffocating defensive structure. The Americans arrive with young firepower and relentless tempo. Their breakout transitions have been surgical. Their power play? Ruthless. Canada counters with composure and championship DNA. They don't panic. They don't blink. They grind. And that's what makes this matchup electric. Contrast. Speed versus structure. Flair versus force. Precision versus patience. The first 10 minutes will tell us everything. If the US dictates pace early, it becomes a track meet. If Canada slows it down, it turns into trench warfare. Either way, expect bodies flying into boards, goalies standing on their heads, and a crowd split in red, white, and maple leaf. The goaltending duel, where gold is won. Every great hockey final eventually shrinks down to one truth: goaltending decides it. One glove save. One rebound swallowed. One impossible stretch across the crease. On a day like this, a goalie doesn't just protect the net, they protect a nation's hopes. If this game goes to overtime, the tension becomes unbearable. Every shot feels fatal. Every turnover is a dagger. And somewhere, a hero will emerge. It always happens. Eileen GU's moment, the golden chase. While hockey rages inside the arena, another drama unfolds in the mountains. Eileen GU, freestyle skiing's global superstar, steps into her final event of the Games chasing something deeply personal, her first gold medal of Milan Cortina. She's already proven she belongs on the biggest stage. She's collected podium finishes, delivered gravity-defying runs, and reminded the world why she's one of the most marketable and magnetic athletes of her generation. But gold? Gold is different. Gold is legacy. The pressure of expectation. GU competes under a spotlight brighter than most athletes will ever know. She carries the expectations of millions. The weight of dual cultural identity. The scrutiny of global media. The pressure of perfection in a sport where perfection lasts seconds. Freestyle skiing is chaos disguised as choreography. One miscalculated rotation. One edge caught slightly wrong. One landing half a degree off. And it's over. But when she's locked in, GU makes it look effortless, floating through the air as if gravity has signed a temporary truce. What she needs to win. On the final day, it's all about execution and risk management. Her biggest challenge? Balancing technical difficulty with flawless landings. Judges are looking for height and amplitude. Clean grabs. Technical trick combinations. Stability on landing. If GU lands her signature high-difficulty combination cleanly, she becomes nearly unbeatable. But this is the Olympics. And someone is always ready to push the limits just a little further. Expect competitors to throw their biggest tricks of the season. Expect gasps. Expect crashes. Expect history. The emotional stakes. The final day of any Olympic Games carries a strange energy. There's celebration in the air, but also finality. For some athletes, this is their last Olympic run ever. For others, it's the beginning of a dynasty. For fans, it's the closing chapter of 2 unforgettable weeks. In hockey, veterans may be skating in their final international game. Young stars may be announcing themselves to the world. In freestyle skiing, one perfect landing could redefine a career. And somewhere in the stands, families grip hands a little tighter. The schedule that will have you flipping screens. If you're watching from home, prepare for multi-screen chaos. You'll want one screen locked onto the hockey final, because every shift matters. And another tuned into the slopes, because in freestyle, the winning run can happen in seconds. It's the kind of sports day that demands snacks within reach and notifications turned off. What this final day represents. The Milan Cortina Games have been a showcase of speed, courage, artistry, and resilience. We've seen races decided by hundreds, falls that stunned stadiums into silence, comebacks that made grown adults cry. First-time Olympians shocked the world. But the final day distills it all. Hockey reminds us of rivalry, national pride, and teamwork under pressure. Freestyle skiing reminds us of individuality, creativity, and fearless ambition. Together, they create a finale that feels cinematic. Prediction time, because we have to. Hockey? Expect overtime-level tension, even if it doesn't go there. Expect a 1-goal margin. Expect controversy. And expect the winning goal to be replayed for decades. As for Eileen Gu? If she lands clean, she wins. It's that simple, and that brutal. The margin between gold and silver could be a fraction of a point. The final image. Picture this. Confetti falls in the hockey arena. A captain lifts the gold medal. Teammates pile together in exhausted joy. Hours later, on a snow-covered slope, an athlete looks up at the scoreboard and sees her name in first. Tears. Laughter. Relief. The flame dims. The games close. But the stories live on. Because that's what the Olympics really are, not just medals, but moments. And on the final day in Milan Cortina, the moments will come fast. So clear your schedule. Charge your remote. And get ready. History is about to skate across the ice and soar through the sky, one last time.